Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies, a weekly podcast where Jarrett Reddick and friends get together and talk about a movie that they watched that week. Plus, whatever the hell else is on their minds. Get ready for the best hour and a half you'll have in the next hour and a half. Here they are, Eric, Casey, Sean, Amy, and because he's famous, his name's on the show, Jarrett. Welcome to Jarrett Goes to the Movies.
You know, here's the thing. I think it's funny that, because I wrote that script, and I don't know why I said, because I really was trying to make the show shorter. You know, I was trying to make it to where we were only in here like an hour and a half. And I have done really good at condensing it. Y'all have to admit, like, we're not going fucking we have gone like 4 hours, like 2 times this season, right?
Well,
like,
this episode will be pretty short, I feel.
You think this one's going to be short? Well, I'm fucking drinking, dude.
The movie's only like a little over an hour.
Yeah, it's, you know, you never know how
it's the content.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that has nothing to do with it. We could watch a 4-hour Gone with the Wind, and it would take 40 minutes to get through it because no one will have anything to talk about. Oh, you guys remember the Civil War and how that was? No.
We're talking about the movie Half Baked. Let me get to some business real super quick. Coming soon, we will have 2 specials, 5 questions, top 5 winners battles, and our top 5 bottom.
Am I on the list somewhere? I would say on this show, I've definitely got a top 5 bottom.
And then the bottom 5 winners.
The bottom 5.
I'm sorry. I was just like the top 5 bottoms. We're just going to have the top 5 bottoms in here. We're going to see how much they can take.
All right, everybody, get your bar of soap.
Yeah.
All right. All you power bottoms, line up.
Oh my God, that is funny. Also coming up, no takers so far on the FIFA tournament. So Eric and I will play FIFA, and the loser will have to do something stupid with their beard.
Monkey tail.
I think we may do the monkey tail.
What's a monkey tail?
Oh, it's awful.
It's really awful.
What is it?
It's bad.
Check your text messages.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Is it in the text thread?
Yeah.
By the way,
you would know.
Can y'all just put those little red alert things like next to shit that's like interesting or funny?
No, because we're gonna think all of that shit's funny. Like the 4 of us are laughing about shit all day, and you're just over there ignoring us.
Yeah.
And
guys, everybody else I'm in group threads with. It's not
guys. We are a Patreon-driven podcast. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's just a way that you can support creators. There's musicians and podcasts and poets and all kinds of different shit. And for as little as $1 a month, you can be part of the winning team. We give away all kinds of perks and things like that. Newest perk is coming in February, which is exciting. Everybody is caught back up, and they're all fully staffed at the warehouse at Bandware now. So all of your Bowling for Soup and Jarrett Goes to the Movies and Jarrett Reddick and what else do I got? Jarrett and Kelly. Yes, thank you, buddy. Jarinus. All that shit.
Dad.
Everything is
People on vacation.
Rockstar Dad. Shut you fuck. Anyway, just go to patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. We got 2 new supporters, guys. We have Matt Swartz coming in at the $10 level, everybody. Give it up for Matt Swartz. You're going to like this one.
I can finally stop freaking out.
Eric, you're going to love this one. Our newest $20 supporter, you'll hear his name along with his brother each and every week. Jeff Millman is at the $20 level.
Hell yeah. Well, this is going to be an intense love triangle, and I don't know how I'm going to make my way through it, you know. On one hand,
guys, if you are a new Twitch follower, we are absolutely shouting you guys out at the end of the show each and every week. So hang out for this episode to hear your name. We're glad you Twitch followers are here. And by all means, please spread the word. We're happy to be on Twitch and on YouTube. where we're free to do whatever the fuck we want. This is a David Dooley and Woody Chambers production. Our producers are all at the $20 and up level, and they do include Ad Craner, Amy Pitzinger, Andy Smith, Ashley C., Brian Mason, Brian Dunning, Shell Ordway, Chris Cranfield, Chris Jacobs, Corey Reed, Daniel Cotton, David Dooley, David Murray, Denny Chambers, Derek Smith, Diane Small, Don Petretta, Gregory Cordone, Greg Lee, Greg Stevens, A Hangover You Don't Deserve podcast, Jared Spear, Jason Ellsworth, Jeff Millman, Jeff Yeager, fucking Joe Barlow, Joey Bishop, John Gickler, Joseph Richards, Josh Millman, Kate Etro, the MVP, Katie Gardner, Kim Murphy, Kirsty Fisher, Lily Hollahan, Lisa Wenzel, Lucy Murray, Mandy Pretty, who just had a birthday recently, Michael Price, Mike Breton, Nick Brignoni, Paige Turner, Rodon James, Ray Elliott, Rich Osborne, Robert May, Sean Blackstone, Sean Barger, Steve May, Steve Rhodes, Tess Green, Tim Trafton from Maine, Trey Wren, Vinny Cataldo, Wendy Matta, Woody Chambers, back in Texas, and Sfee Hurst, everybody. Give it up for all of our supporters. Don't forget, if you're at the $35 and up level, you can send us a video review of the movie. We'll play it on our Twitch broadcast, YouTube broadcast as well. And but the audio will go on the actual podcast that goes to thousands and thousands of people. So we would love it if you want to remember that perk and pitch into the show. We're talking about Half Baked, 1998, which, again, I guess last 5 years in the van, we had this. And boy, did we quote this a lot. 6.7 out of 10 on IMDb. This, I'm going to be honest, this surprises the shit out of me.
Same.
Because there are certain aspects of the movie to me that okay, I'm like, okay, well, that character could have been better, this, but 29% on Rotten Tomatoes. That means 29% of the people liked it more than they hated it.
That's criminal.
That seems crazy to me. Like, it's a silly movie. I get that. But, you've got to... It's a really funny movie. The cast is amazing.
Fucking Bridge on the River Kwai. Like, this shit was fucking hilarious. And I pulled this thing up on my Roku. Did you guys know? I don't know. You guys heard of this Roku?
Haven't heard
Roku
of it.
TVs?
No.
Nope.
How does that work?
So I have all these apps installed. Netflix, Peacock, Hulu.
Okay.
The list goes to YouTube TV.
And you just put them all on this Roku. It's like a Rubik's Cube or some shit?
And it's in my TV. The files live inside my TV.
Nope. I don't get it.
Yeah. Dude, you've totally lost us now.
Or the cloud, which is just somebody else's computer somewhere.
Okay, now that's fucking crazy.
So here's the deal. You can think, okay, where can I watch this movie? Is it on Netflix? And you go to Netflix and you search for it. Oh, shit, it's not here. You could go on. Roku lets you search for the movie, like, in general, and it'll look through all the things that you already own and say, well, it's here for $2.99. It's here for $1.99.
Right.
This motherfucker was free.
Son of a
and
bitch in
I
pants.
was like, that's great, because this movie fucking sucks. So at least I get to watch it for free.
Right.
And I was wrong. This movie's fucking hilarious.
Okay.
And
I'm liking this.
Me too.
Now, had you not ever seen it before?
now I had seen it. I knew that I had seen it. Maybe that's why I thought it was stupid. Maybe I thought it was stupid in 1998. I knew, like, Jim Brewer was in it and Harlan, whatever his name is. Like, I was familiar with the plot. What I didn't realize is how many things that I say or make jokes about came from this movie.
Yeah. I mean,
I would have thought they were from Anchorman or from some other thing.
Totally.
But my God, it just kept happening.
Yeah. So many quotes in this. And honestly, from a writer standpoint, this movie is pretty fucking spot on. I mean, it's a silly story, but it's supposed to be. You know, it's that's the whole thing, right? You know, I agree. I mean, for me, you know, all of that late 90s Dave Chappelle stuff, you know, like, you know, we even used to watch The Nutty Professor all the time. I don't know if you guys remember, but in Nutty Professor, Dave Chappelle plays the comedian that like hurts his feelings and makes him want to lose weight. And he just comes out, women be shopping. Women be shopping. You cannot stop no women from shopping. And like, that's the whole character, right? But he basically was doing these like pre-Chappelle show skits, and that's what he's doing here in this movie too, you know? And I just, anyway, mind blown that it was that low on Rotten Tomatoes. Now, Eric, did you do a pre-synopsis since you hadn't seen it in a long time, or no?
No, I remembered the plot. I for sure remembered that they were potheads and that one of them, I didn't remember which one, but I knew one of them went to jail and they were selling drugs to raise money. And I remembered that there was some conflict. They got so good at it, or their weed was so good that it caused a conflict with, like, I remembered almost all of that. So a pre-synopsis wouldn't have done any good.
All right. Well, then let's go this direction.
Over to Eric for his synopsis.
The story of three not-so-bright men who come up with a series of crazy schemes to get a friend out of jail.
That is the fucking worst.
That's terrible.
That is a terrible synopsis. Not even remotely what the movie is about. They don't even come up with fucking schemes.
For writing that down.
What?
God have mercy on whoever's soul wrote that on Internet Movie Database. Supposed to be
that could have been the synopsis to anything.
I guarantee you that fucking dude,
that could have been
whoever
the
wrote
synopsis
that,
to "Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?"
That guy just goes
baby.
around writing shitty Yelp reviews for good restaurants, you know, just to be an asshole. All right, Sean, if you don't mind, let's dive into this movie that we all know is Half Baked.
You know, I've heard people say they don't get high the first time they smoke. Not me. Oh, not us. We were really, really high. We was towed up.
You guys feel different? A little. How about you, Scarface? How you doing, Penny? Penny?
I haven't been so thirsty my entire life.
Do you guys hear that? Feels like Jerry Garcia's in my head. Am I going crazy?
We look at that day as the day that we met the fifth member of our crew. Marijuana. Oh, Lord, we was hooked.
You know, the best part of this movie is that they stop with the kid actors right away. My God, they're terrible. And it always blows my mind. Like, you know, there's good kid actors out there.
I don't think this one required good kid acting, though.
That could be a fucking great point.
Yeah, I feel like it was supposed to be like that.
They don't want to put their money there.
Well,
it's just that, like, when the kid is holding his head and he's like not even acting high. He's almost acting like he just woke up from like a nightmare or something and somebody hit him in the face with a golf club.
I guess the problem is they should have found children that have already started using drugs.
Been high, yeah.
Can you imagine they're going to be like, okay,
hey,
now act really high.
Yeah, how old are these kids supposed to be here? And you're just like sitting there going, yeah.
Did you ever have that kid in class that like pretend to be fucked up because he sniffed a washable Crayola marker or something?
Of course.
The Elmer's glue.
That's what these kids are acting like.
I pretended to have a retainer for a month with a fucking paperclip.
Or with like
so many
a
people
bubble
did
gum
that.
wrapper.
It was a paperclip. It really was.
I actually did the same
Oh
thing.
yeah, Did you?
And then I ended up with
Really
braces for like 3.5 years.
All right, then when we meet Jim Brewer's character, and he's at the record store, and the lady just goes, "Oh, $7 for a used Kenny Loggins record? I'll give you $5 for it." And she goes, "Well, it's autographed by Kenny himself." He goes, "Okay, $4."
And they think it's so
It's
funny.
the funniest thing they've ever heard.
And it is funny. It's just, for me, Jim Brewer in this is literally the only thing I don't like about this movie. It's just
Too much.
so
It is so much. But
exhausting.
Yeah, I will say
the
that
fact that they only made one of them like that is kind of okay to me, because I feel like if you've ever hung out in a circle of a bunch of fucking stoners, there really is always just one of those.
I had this guy. He was like one of my best friends, so he was always there. I loved him to death. He was super funny, super sweet, like very sweet. And this was him all the time.
Yep, I had one too.
And so it was
Nicest guy in the world.
endearing to me.
I just think that, it's funny when you watch a show, like, so he didn't really even want to do the movie because he wasn't a stoner. But, Dave Chappelle was like, dude, you're just fucking perfect at this character. I think his comedy all the time is like that to me. Like, it's a little over the top. I like, there's some stand-up where he does like AC/DC songs and shit, and he can do Ozzy really, really well and stuff, which is really funny. But I could see how he would get a little annoying to you, Eric.
It was just, it did not ruin the movie for me at all. Like some characters have ruined others, Michael Keaton and Beetlejuice. But this was fine.
It's funny. There was a Beetlejuice thing going around the other day, and it was like Johnny Depp in negotiations to be the new Beetlejuice. Or not, no, I'm sorry, I fucked that up. To be in the new Beetlejuice. And I was sitting there thinking, I bet he's not going to be Beetlejuice. He's probably just going to be in the movie. And everybody's shitting their pants right now going, oh, fuck. Why are they replacing Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice? What's wrong with you, Eric? What's happening right now?
Why are they remaking this?
No.
See if they can make an even shittier version of the shittiest movie ever?
It's a Beetlejuice 2. So, and Michael Keaton is still great. So they got to, have him in there and shit.
God, my watch just told me to watch my blood pressure. Fucking freaking out.
Roadhouse.
All right. So, this whole thing, and you have to kind of keep perspective on this movie is an interesting thing too, because 1998, weed is illegal everywhere. Medicinal marijuana is just a fucking idea at this point, but they really did have these delivery services in major cities. And I can remember my manager Fro and our A&R guy from Jive, they'd get these guys to come and deliver them weed, and it was exactly like this. It'd be a dude on a bike in really good shape because he's delivering weed on a bike, and he'd come in and he'd have like a couple of different things, and they'd pick some out. And, it just... I'm just sitting over there going, we're going to all get arrested. This guy's 100% a cop for sure, And so I didn't smoke, obviously.
The scene immediately after this one, when he's mopping the floor at frankincense and burr.
Yeah.
I was like, I immediately went, I'm gonna hate this. I'm gonna love this.
Yeah.
If they named this pharmaceutical company frankincense and burr,
yeah, I mean,
then
he gets you pretty good though. And at the first, and I even skipped one because when he goes in, he goes, we call them bodegas, and he goes to the bodegas, or whatever, and he goes, you got to do something crazy so they remember that it's you, or whatever. And the guy just goes, hey, black ass.
Why didn't you do that sooner?
Yeah, and so that was like a really big one in the Bowling Pursuit van back in the day. I have to admit, like you'd just be like, hey, black ass, really funny. And then of course there's Billy Bong Thornton, which we've all I mean, that's a fucking great name for a bong. My brother smoked pot my whole life, and I never did. I was part of the Just Say No generation, and I had a button and everything. And my brother would make a fucking bong out of a Coke can or an apple. Like we'd just be on vacation and he'd find somebody that had some weed and he could just make some crazy shit. And then at the end of vacation, he'd always leave his weed up in the ceiling up above the toilet because he'd be like, if somebody knows, they know to look up here, and I just...
Is he the
what?
MacGyver smoker?
No. Well, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I mean, yeah, the whole fucking get me a snorkel and all that shit. Obviously, I think the most famous scene right off the bat is the, who's on Munchies. And when he just starts, you have to admit that that Jim Brewer delivers this whole thing. I mean, it's pretty fucking great. You know, or just
it's really difficult for me to separate
beef jerky. And he gets
I know. I
just so good. And Funyuns,
and water, man, and a lot of water.
Yeah.
All right.
I
wonder if that was
chocolate.
scripted.
I think a lot of it is made up. I mean, I think he was just going off and just, you know. And then of course there's Dave Chappelle that's like, hey, get me a box of condoms and some of that shit we used to get back in the day. And that's a big Bowling for Soup thing. It's just like, anybody need anything from the store? Hey, get us some of that shit we used to eat back in the day. What is that called? Oh, pussy. Yeah, just really, really good.
And like, I knew that there was this horse scene, and of course, so that's a big, I think, if people haven't seen this movie in a while and you ask them about Half Baked, I think they remember that.
Yeah, the horse scene.
I didn't remember the, hey girl, you hungry?
Yeah.
And that lady walks by and goes, fuck you.
He goes, I was talking to the horse. And then just the whole, like, if I'm not back in 10 minutes, call the police. If you ain't back in 10 minutes, we call it Domino's.
Domino's.
It's so great. And then there's just, you know, Sir Smokes a Lot is so great. I want to talk to Samson. Fly me to the sky fly me to the moon like that bitch Alice Crampton. You know, just so great. And then of course
I didn't realize
that was
Tim
hardcore prank call material and like.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? I
grade.
want to talk to Samson.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
For
that's
sure.
amazing.
I need a backiotomy.
Yeah.
I need a
exactly.
backiotomy is so good.
He slept with my mama.
He slept with my mama. Like, hang out and smoke with me. I got my weed. I got my bong out.
Oh, Green Eye's gonna miss you.
It's just so good.
I say that I don't even have green eyes.
The horse is a diabetic, and his name's Buttercup. And just when he's freaking out, losing his shit, he just goes, "I love butterstuffs, butternuts. I love butterstuffs." You know,
Cup.
You guys know the comedian, or you guys? I know Eric probably does. Is everybody else too young to know the comedian on the couch, Stephen Wright?
I looked him up, but I don't know who.
Yeah, I didn't know who he
was. Basically his character on stage was the guy on the couch, and I've talked about him on the show before. But he would come out and he would just be like that. He would just be like, you know, the other day I spilled spot remover on my dog and now he's gone.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, he's that guy.
Okay.
And then he like,
well, he's real Mitch Hedberg-y, kind of just
but
deadpan,
very dry, like
one-liners.
depressed, you know, just like the other day I was walking. Wait, that wasn't me. And then he's like,
I gotta watch this.
And
guy.
then he's like, the other day I was walking through a forest and a tree fell in front of me, and I didn't hear it. I've always loved, though, the other day I spilled spot remover on my dog and now he's gone. Like, that is a fucking beautiful
funny.
joke. I mean, my God. But yeah.
I wonder if that would hold up well.
It would.
If
that would be a good one for us to watch on a movie night one night, is just to bring up like an old Stephen Wright, because it's just...
we found a new guy, by the way.
Who?
Have you watched Jim Jeffries' stuff?
Oh, sure.
I know he's not new.
Yeah,
but
love
I've
Jim
never
Jeffries.
watched his stuff before.
Love Jim Jeffries. And especially the early ones where he would get shit-faced the whole time.
Okay, see, I haven't seen those, but we watched him on this new show on Netflix, The History of Swear Words or something like that.
Okay.
Have you seen the show?
No.
He's on it, and I get it now. But he's pretty funny.
Love Jim Jeffries. Yeah, he's great.
I like that guy.
Very, very good. Very great comedian. Australian, but actually made it in England. And the thing that I like about him is he always ends his specials with like a really long, like a 20, 30-minute story that like isn't really that funny until the very end. But man, you're so invested in it by the time he gets there. He basically talks about, I think it's his second special. He takes his quadriplegic brother to the bunny ranch.
Oh,
and
man.
that's the last 20 minutes of his show, and it's fucking awesome.
Sounds great.
All right, buddy. Sean, next.
I'm scared. Hey, Kenny, we're gonna get you out of there, man.
All we gotta do is raise 10% of 1 million, yo. Which by our calculations is
Fucking impossible, man. Come on. Hey,
All my life I did everything right. I never screwed up. I fed the horse. I didn't know it was a diabetic. I was scared.
Kenny, stop crying. Stop crying, Kenny. Look at me. Come on, don't let him see you crying there. Come on, man, show me your mean face.
No.
Yes, show me a mean face, Kenny.
Has anybody? Somebody needs to animate this as him as Bob.
Oh, for sure.
Just some scenes.
Because you can't unhear it.
Just some scenes from this movie.
By the way, something going around about Sam Jackson, and there is a really fucking funny. If you follow Netflix on Instagram, Netflix is funny or some shit. I can't remember. They did one yesterday where they go, who has sworn the most in a movie, and you're like, it's going to be Samuel L. Jackson. It's fucking easy, right? It is Jonah Hill in Superbad. And then they basically do every single swear word he says.
Yes, that's the history of swear words.
Oh, that's
show.
from that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Well, that's fucking amazing.
I think it's like the first episode.
Okay, well, yes.
But
My God.
that was surprising.
So, but
it was The Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Have these people never listened to Jarrett Goes to the Movies? Just one episode. One fucking episode
Just
for
depends.
this fucking show.
Especially if we're all drinking, which we hadn't done that in a while.
Yes.
This isn't relevant, but I guess that's what I contribute here usually. Have y'all ever seen the Jonah Hill story about working with Morgan Freeman?
No.
So he was on that Graham Norton show. I think it was that show. And he
Oh,
was
yeah. So that fucking show comes up all the time. And it's just so cool how he has that variety of people there talking about shit. It's fucking great.
So cool. But he says that I have no idea why. I mean, whatever. So he says that he worked on a movie with Morgan Freeman and that he just didn't speak to him the whole time. Like they did like their scenes or whatever they needed to do, but he didn't really talk to him. And that was kind of that. And, some actors are that way. And so everyone has their own process. And he said that they did a scene, I don't know, they're like in a car or something. And then they cut. And Morgan Freeman just looks at Jonah Hill and just does the Jonah, Babona, banana, Babona, me, my, and Jonah. And then he just goes, cool, man. And he just goes, now you do me. And he was like, what? He goes, now you do me. And he said he was just like, Morgan, and that was it. That was like the only communication they had for the rest of the whole time. Like that was it. I just think that's the greatest story of all.
I'm gonna start doing that to people.
Yeah, just like
for sure.
I do that to kids. That's my fucking go-to for kids. I do it all the time.
I knew the
until poor
name.
Tucker comes up.
Yeah.
Okay, so Tom Brady and Drew Brees are now like the oldest quarterbacks to ever face off in playoffs, right?
That's right.
And somebody has photoshopped them as old men.
It's fucking great.
Did you hear the comedian who voiced over as Morgan Freeman? He did his Morgan Freeman impression.
Oh my God, no.
It is spot on.
Yeah.
It's insane. And I don't know the guy's name.
Yeah, there's a couple of those dudes out that, oh man, it's so good.
I could not believe it was not Morgan Freeman.
That's what she said. Now, he meets Mary Jane at the jail. And,
all right, here's another one.
Yeah, go ahead.
When they walk out.
Yes.
Because my dad was a drug dealer. He goes, that must have been the shit. That must have been shitty.
Yeah.
Like I have said that so many times. That must have been the shit. And then someone will go, it ruined his life.
Well, as he's walking out, as he's walking out, he just like, she's like, oh, is this your work uniform? Oh no, this is my costume.
I thought of you immediately.
Yeah, and then he said, tomorrow I'm going to be a cowboy.
I'm going to be a cowboy. The next time I would be a cop, whatever. I dressed up like a different village person every day. But it's so good. I love the fucking costume thing, man.
She drops him off, and he goes, "But don't call me too late, because I'll be stripping in the evenings." And
motherfucker said ice cream.
Yeah. Oh, that's fucking great.
Derek and I will still do that one.
Yeah.
Oh, is that ice cream?
Yeah. It's like, okay, I had to make my move while they're sleeping. So good. And then, just all of the exchanges between him and the scientist, where he just like, the scientist is like, hey, can you run this down there for me and just make sure to bring the order back or whatever.
I know it's not your responsibility.
I know it's not your responsibility. So he just goes, hey, I know it's not your responsibility, but while I'm doing that, you just mop the rest of this shit up here.
Anytime I hear the word janitor, I go, custodian dick.
Yeah, I goes, oh, thank you, janitor. You're welcome, scientist.
I love
Scientist.
that. Yeah, that's fucking great. That's like on,
another thing that I didn't realize was from this.
What's that?
The thank you, scientist.
Oh, thank you,
I
scientist.
didn't remember
yeah.
that was from this. Yeah.
So obviously, okay. So Harlan Williams, is that his name? He's in jail, and another just fucking great exchange is when he comes in. He's got all that fucking weed from work, and he's just like, "Yeah, I got all this weed from work," and the dude just goes, "Yeah, we don't really feel like smoking, you know." Yeah, me either. So y'all want to smoke? Everybody's like, yeah.
I'll get Billy Bong Thornton.
Yeah. No.
Not without Kenny.
That's right.
Use Wesley Pipes.
Wesley Pipes. So great. All right, now, they're not drug dealers. They're fundraisers. So, you know, this is such an interesting thing to me because this has to have happened, right? Where someone starts a business like this and just hands out business cards and shit. I mean, the word has to spread somehow. And I guess you just don't give a fuck. You know, I mean, again, when Fro used to buy weed in like New York or LA or whatever, like it was just, you call this number and the person rides up and you just, you know, half the time they hang out and smoke with me. You know, I mean,
it's really good.
I think it's interesting. Like, I don't know. Am I allowed to talk about? I mean, obviously, Chris Burney smokes pot. He literally fucking like does like bong hits on Facebook Live all the time.
He's got nothing to hide.
But like, it just appears for him everywhere he goes.
Well,
and,
sure.
And that's like, seems like it would be like maybe, I don't know, a friend or somebody he's met in the past or somebody said this. But like one time I was just standing outside of a place in Oklahoma, just by myself, just standing outside of a venue. And somebody saw my little pass and was just like, oh, hey, and came up and talked to me. And they were just like, oh yeah, we love them. We've been following them forever. You know what? And just like handed me like the thing to their little pin, their little oil thing.
Oh,
but they didn't like, it wasn't an arranged deal. She was just like, you know what? Why don't we give this to Chris for me?
Yeah.
I just feel like he'd want this.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
that's sweet.
I don't know how I feel about
That's
this.
the big thing is
Complete
that like
stranger.
he
I feel like I'm about to get, it's a trap.
So I used to be really anal and he would call me daddy and, you know, it's fucking, that's not going the way that I expected it to go. Actually,
yeah.
But, you know, he would
Top 5
put
bottom.
out on Twitter, like, who's got some weed? I'm in San Antonio or whatever. And I'd be like, dude, like, don't fucking do that, you know, yada, yada. And I fucking lightened up, you know, like, who gives a fuck, right? But it pretty much just sort of just lands in his lap, so to speak.
I was at you guys remember this Bed Bath & Beyond? You guys been there before?
Heard of it. Yeah, heard of it.
So long.
We can't go there.
Casey and I can't go because we can't get out of there without spending like $700.
Yeah, those 20% off coupons they email you fuck us over
every time.
Sometimes we go to dinner first and like have a drink or two, and then we like wake up and we're like, what happened?
Terrible idea.
That sounds like I would do that.
Why did we buy 2 duvets? I was in there maybe 20 years ago, and the girl that's checking me out, not checking me out, but like the scanner scanning my items with the barcodes and whatnot.
Okay.
She was cute, and I was just trying to like be funny, and I was like, well, I saw all the bed stuff and I saw all the bath stuff, but like, where's the beyond stuff?
Oh,
God,
no.
she wanted to kick you in the face so
That's
bad.
the 17th time she heard that hour.
Especially if they've seen the movie Switch.
Because she looked over her shoulders and leaned in and said, you want some pot?
Oh, was that the code word?
That is
and I was like,
no? Awesome. I didn't even know how
I
to
feel like if you accidentally stumble upon that speakeasy door,
have to take it.
You need to just take it. Like even if you don't smoke weed, like I just feel like you just be like, I fucking did it. I found the portal.
Because
yeah.
Okay, you guys know in Bed Bath & Beyond that those big, tall, over the towels, that's like it looks like a display of towels. You know that's one towel folded over foam so that it looks like a bunch of towels stacked up.
Mind blown.
Yeah,
I think you
look
just
that
changed
shit
my
up.
life.
But I bet behind there is where they keep the weed.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you say yes, then they're like, okay, go back to the mauve 300 thread count. No, you don't do that with towels, do you? Anyway, go back to the mauve super plush towels, second bin on the left, something like that maybe.
It's like a help
I don't know.
yourself section.
Okay, I feel like I need to just call out to the fans to just go to a Bed Bath & Beyond and try to find a mauve super plush towel on that
300
shelf.
count, I believe. Don't
And
go to
just
the
look in
200.
there.
You're going to
there.
get the shitty stuff.
I don't know what I would do in that situation. Like here's the thing also, I don't know if anybody has ever tried to sell me weed. It's always something like terrifying. Like
Keyword there, sell you.
Cocaine.
That's the difference.
What? Oh, okay. Sure.
Your life in the world of marijuana is probably similar to that as like a girl.
Right.
Like people just want to give it to you.
I would never have it anyway, or like have it, like that. I would be so terrified to even like have it on me, Like,
but I know, but I'm saying, I bet it's been offered to you a million times. People just assume that you do.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. So offered to me all the time. And
okay, well, next time they do, will you just please take it and just save it up, and then
what am I going to do with it?
Happen to leave it
at
over
your house,
in the southwest corner of your studio in a cup, Wild Gear cup or something.
That's just it. I would be so freaked out,
tricky,
just to fucking have it. Wild Gear.
I don't want to try to figure out like all of the logistics for it. I'm just saying the very first step you could take is just say yes.
I
just
get
take
that.
it.
I get
and
that.
then we can figure out the rest at any other time.
All right, hold on. Eric, did this make you horny? All right, Eric, this is where you tell us whether or not at any point during this movie, this motion picture made you horny.
Okay. The movie did not make me horny, and I don't know how this works for women, but I know that the guys will know what I'm talking about. I was sitting on the couch watching the movie, and I just kind of like adjusted and like, I think maybe like put my leg up just to get comfortable. And it kind of like brushed across my penis.
Oh, yeah.
And I started to like kind of get a little bit of a hard on, which kind of made me horny,
right?
But it didn't have anything to do with the movie. It was just like my
just your own
underwear brushing.
You did
brushing up against.
The answer is no. Then
Zaldor goes when the titty popped out, right, Eric? Like
it's a real titty.
Yeah, that's and what did Jim Brewer
like
say?
A full tit.
It's I can't remember that. That's so funny.
So no, the movie did not make me horny.
Oh, that sucks, man. I'm sorry that didn't
That's
happen.
fine.
That's okay. And you got a lot going on. You were just in prison. The guy tried to take your fruit cocktail.
You're also getting older,
Yeah. True.
Yeah, not everything's going to make me horny like it would have when I was 15, right? So it's just the way it is.
So when the Squirrel Master comes out, it's funny because Casey had just said, "Why have we not done
Up in Smoke?
Up in Smoke, like a good Cheech and Chong movie." I'm like, man, we really should probably pick one and do it. Some of the more obscure Cheech and Chong movies are really, really funny, but I guess it would be probably best to do one of those. But
do you want me to text you again what not to talk about on the show until after we've done dueling trivia, or what?
No, not at all. Oh shit! Wait,
What
did I already
Up
step
in
on that?
Smoke.
Hold on, let me
Look
read
at that. We've got some
Let me make sure that I'm not fucking
interesting comments over
What is happening?
We're getting rated by Jude's stream.
Woo!
Oh, okay. All right. Well, come on over.
Come on over.
What are the pictures? Come on over, baby. Is that Amy Grant?
In the pictures?
Where did you text me?
Is that Amy Grant?
I think we're a bunch of Amy, like just Amy Grant.
Let's do that.
Can we make that?
They have an Amy Grant emoji?
Everybody follow Pixel Viking if you like gaming videos. I wish I knew more about any of the gaming videos, but he's funny and awesome and really fucking tall. In case you're wondering.
Oh, no. I'm not going to talk about that, dude. Okay, so no, that's not where I was headed. I was just going to say Tommy Chong pops out. That's not it at all.
It is it. It is it.
I just fucking...
Well, if it helps, I know nothing about him nor the movies he's been in.
Holy motherfucking shit. Did you... Okay, you're right. I did the wrong one. Okay. Well, I'm sorry. I fucked that up. So now what? You're going to have to think of something else.
So yeah, I will.
You know what? That's a fucking speed bump on y'all's shit. If I talk about your shit, Amy's not over here going, hey, Jared, don't talk about this.
I've got a lot of questions.
Dumb. Also,
he puts a lot more effort into it than I do.
Eric, she said that. Hey, Eric, tell everybody what the other text that you sent me. That's what I thought you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. So the director of this movie also directed Billy Madison and the movie Crossroads that stars Britney Spears
and
Jarrett Reddick, credited as Jarrett Von Erich as well. The same director. Do you remember the director, Jarrett, when you were there on set? Tell us about her.
I got directed. She was just like, hey, do this. And I was just like, okay.
Did you say aye, aye, Captain?
I had to teach Anson Mount how to play the song, and he didn't know how to play guitar. And that was the big thing as they were trying to do is just get my face away from the microphone and have Anson Mount. I'm literally that movie for 3 seconds. But it's
a lot longer than any of us.
Well, I think I did a pretty good job. I played myself.
I feel bad because you looked at me and I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yes, man.
Oh, I used to love that movie.
Really?
Oh my god.
You know the girl, all of the two other actresses like
Zoe
went on
Saldana.
to do. They went on to do crazy shit.
She was in Center Stage, which is one of my favorite movies.
Oh,
from
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I used to love that one.
Oh,
That
and then
made me feel lots of weird things. I was very young.
Oh, I love that movie so much. Still do.
Had a weird thing for male ballerinas for a second.
Charlie, oh my god.
Yeah. Real confusing.
And he was not gay.
With the tights? I don't know.
You can
What are you
see
gonna
all
do?
the things.
Well, so I think the whole thing where he goes on the date and he's only got $8 is fucking so brilliant. And he's just like, okay, after 3 hours and 14 miles, she's just all of a sudden hungry. And, he does the whole hot dog thing and steals it. And then, he has to swear that he doesn't smoke marijuana, which on the banana split.
If I ever pass a homeless person on the street.
All I could think about was like what you would do on the first date if somebody smashed your hand into some fucking food like that.
It would be I would not.
You'd probably not talk to that person
ever.
anymore.
The second that happened, I was just like, Jarrett would just implode. Like
that would be
it.
that. It honestly, I didn't even think about that. It would be one of the most horrible things that's ever happened.
I was
gonna
say something to you, but I was like, I'll just wait till the podcast. Like, I just couldn't imagine if like someone was like, I'm going to try to be quirky and funny and smash your hand in an ice cream sundae.
It would be the fucking worst thing ever. It's actually giving me anxiety thinking about it.
Okay, so but is that just is that not something that like a friend of yours could do?
He doesn't like shit on his hands.
Like
he hates it.
Like you're dipping a chip
if a friend
did
that to me, I would. Well, yes, but I would slap him in the face with the dirty hand, and we would all laugh hysterically. But I don't like things on my hands. Like I don't like.
He's literally over here like.
I don't like to get my hands dirty,
are like this.
And especially in a situation where they're in like I assume they're like in New York or San Francisco or some shit. That place probably doesn't have a bathroom where you could wash your hands off, and napkins are probably scarce. And I would fucking lose my ears are warm right now. I'm fucking losing my mind thinking about it.
Even if you had napkins, it would get dried and sticky, and then you'd just get
Yeah.
little fibers.
Oh, and
from
I
the
can't do that.
napkins.
Like that. So to me, that doesn't make sense. Like if it just wiping shit off.
Does that bother you right there?
No, I don't care. It's not my hand.
Oh no.
I don't give a fuck if it's your hand, Eric. Oh,
But where-
gross.
Oh, is it on your pants?
You know
Yeah, now you
Hey,
got Coca-Cola
okay,
pants.
No, that was
Fucking
just a
Coca-Cola
bad
pants.
choice.
Coke pants.
Fucking Coke pants in there.
It did make him horny.
Sucker.
Anytime I pass a homeless person on the street, I always go, "Don't mind if I do."
Roadhouse.
I don't want to dwell too much on the hands thing, but I have a question.
Yeah.
Like a Dear Abby question.
I got some booty. I got some booty.
So my husband and my best friend Katie both have the hands thing. They fucking just, their hands have to be clean. I got hand sanitizer in my purse. I'll use that all the time. But anytime you walk into a restaurant, the person goes, "Come right this way." And he'll go, "I'm going to just go wash my hands." And she'll go, "I'm going to go wash my hands." And then I think to myself, well, what if I wanted to wash my hands? Because now I don't know what to do. Because I can't just
faster.
abandon this lady.
Now you got to go in there and take one for the team and grab the table. I can't sit down.
But every time you say it, I think, oh, I'd like to wash my hands too. But
You
like,
can go when I get back.
when the fuck? Everyone just bails.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I just went and was like, oh, me too, the lady would just be there with the menus and be really confused.
I'm already thinking about, like, when we're walking into the place, I'm already thinking about, like, if I can feel things on my hands, or like if I've pet a dog or a cat, and like I can literally feel it, and I'm just like, I have to go do this right.
But then I'm like,
this
okay, well, I'll
minute.
just use my hand sanitizer and eat this meal. But then I'm like, they think I'm disgusting the whole time.
Right.
Like you
I
guys,
do the
like
same
you
thing,
and
though.
Katie are
After
just
I
like,
doc-
you're gross.
After I pet a dog, even if it smells clean, like it's just been groomed or washed or whatever, I have to go wash my hands.
You can usually feel somebody
It's like on the
else's dog.
Tips of your fingers.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a paraffin wax on your hands?
Of course.
That's the best.
But you like that because it's supposed to be there?
I can have that and it peels off or whatever, but I
Because it
don't.
all comes off.
That's right. So I don't like lotion on my hands.
You know what I'll do? If I put lotion on my hands because my hands are dry on the back, I'll just rub the palms on my pants or
Yeah.
something to get the lotion off the palms.
But then
and the
he'd be
tips of
thinking
my
you're getting the
fingers.
pants shit on your hands.
No, because it smells good.
Well, so the only
the
time that
fibers.
and I don't do it anymore because Casey is allergic to most lotions, but I used to.
I bought you one. You haven't even tried it.
I should. I mean, I used to
right by
just
your
like
sink.
it'd be the last thing I do at night. So in bed, I like lotion up my hands, and then my hands are soft or whatever, and that I'm okay with that. But I couldn't like leave that situation and go do something else without
No.
stopping and washing my hands. I couldn't.
If you jerk off and it gets on your hand, does that bother you?
Well, no, it doesn't bother me because I know I'm going to get it off there.
Well, he just looks like a cat with tape on his feet.
I mean, you're 48 years old. Do you not just have like control?
Well, no, I can do the thing where I make like a circle cylinder and I get it all in like this little area right here, you know, and it's all just there. And then I just go. Sometimes you can go to the shower and just go splat.
Fucking gross.
That was a great volley, by the way, Eric. Thank you, buddy. So here's the thing. So we get to this part of the movie where it's comedy, but it's also brilliant. Where he's like, all right, so there's few different kinds of smokers. You have the enhancement smoker. So this is the guy that weed makes everything better. And so fucking Jon Stewart is, I mean, that's the thing, right? So we'll just be like, oh man, have you ever tried that place? Whatever. Have you ever tried it
On weed?
You know what's so funny is that I forgot that was from here, and like the second I heard it, I thought it was funny because the only person I've ever heard say that is Gary Wiseman. He says that shit all the time because it's
right,
funny.
because we all got it from this. You ever inspect a $20 bill? On weed.
I always say, red team, go.
Yeah. There's the scavenger smoker, you know, which never has weed, but as soon as you smoke, they just show up. And he just goes, oh, man, I just saw smoking on Friday. It's just so funny. I love all of the I love all of the different kinds of smokers and all of that shit. And Snoop is great in this,
the
by the way.
after school special, and then his 40-year-old I'm still cool dad.
Yeah, 40-year-old in the other room, wondering how he can connect with his son.
The Nana smoker for her arthritis and glaucoma.
Yeah.
The I'm only creative if I smoker.
Oh shit! Are you giving away some of your stuff right now, or did
It
you
was
just...
one of my questions, but since we're talking about
well,
it,
fuck it. Here we go.
Oh, okay.
Dueling trivia. Dueling trivia.
All right, each week we do a dueling trivia situation with Amy and Eric. They are versus each other. Right now, Amy in the lead, I believe, pretty commandingly. Eric, what's our score right now?
Yeah, this is becoming my least favorite part of the show, and probably only going to get worse the further ahead that Amy pulls in this thing. She is ahead 8.5 to 6.5.
Yeah.
We're getting to the point where I won't be able to come back. This does only prove what I've been saying all along, is that I host trivia because I can look up shit on the internet and put it into a PowerPoint.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean that I'm smart.
Right.
So I think
who goes first
it's my turn to go first.
I believe you're right.
Now, I was going to ask you, what are the names of the two prisoners that continually duel over Kenny while he's in jail?
Okay.
But Jarrett already...
I fucked that up. Yeah, I completely fucked that up.
Wait, is it Nasty Nate and Squirrel Master?
Yeah, that is right.
That's right.
Okay.
So I was just looking at my notes from the film, and just right off the top of my head, he's got $8 to spend on the date. How much does he have left at the end?
I was wondering if that was going to be a thing, but I didn't look it up and I don't remember. I think it's like 42 cents.
That's super close, right?
But that's what I'm going to go with.
Well, it makes me feel like my shit is wrong because I had 17 cents written down in my...
No, it just
in my
came
head,
out
I
of
thought it was like
thing.
13.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was like 41 cents, but
I thought it was like 13 cents. I feel like 17.
Well, what the fuck ever? She didn't get it right.
She didn't get it right.
So fuck her.
All right.
Right.
All right.
But that's not going to matter when I miss this.
16 cents.
No.
Mike from Florida. And oh, fuck, Zaldor knows some shit. 16 cents.
Oh,
We should
look
have
at
asked him
that.
here in 5 questions.
That's funny. Okay.
First one he got right all day.
I think this one's pretty good. What is the dog's name is Killer that Scarface buys? What is Killer's brother's name?
Oh,
because the three-legged bitch mom.
I think I know
the
this.
three-legged bitch mom.
I think I know
Oh,
this.
I know this. I know this. It's Nibbles. Yes! It's Nibbles. Yay! Right.
Okay.
Fucking
First of all,
finally.
I know that this is an audio podcast, but Eric just did the Hercules.
He did.
clap,
Hercules.
where
He did.
the tips of his fingers
Yeah.
pointed away from
It's
each
almost
other.
like a band parent clap. Yeah, it's about the same thing. He did. He got excited.
I'm so proud of you.
I haven't got one right since 4 Christmases, which we did 2 weeks before Christmas.
Okay, can I ask you one more just for fun?
Yeah.
What is Squirrel Master's squirrel's name?
Ooh.
That was my harder question.
Yeah, that's real hard. I only remember seeing the squirrel one time when he popped out. Did they say his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Fuzzy Nuts.
Fuzzy Nuts. No, I would have been way off on that. Thank you for taking it easy on me. I appreciate it.
Eric.
Oh man, Fuzzy Nuts is good. Good job to both of you guys. All right, so Eric getting a point.
Heart is pounding.
Can we please round up the half points or round them back, or you guys just absolutely okay? Fuck,
I don't
they
care.
drive me.
I don't actually care. I just think
crazy.
it's funny that it bothers you so
It
much.
drives me. It
Drives you nuts.
driving me nuts.
Someone's gonna get one half right again, and it's just gonna.
I don't know that that's ever going to happen again. Okay, but anyway, what's the score going into next week there, Eric?
8.5 to 7.5, and next week will be big because we've got 2 episodes next week. So
2 episodes next week, so a lot of things could change.
Big point swing. All right.
All right.
Thanks, Amy.
And now, Jared Goes to the Movies presents everyone's favorite podcast game show. It's time for 5 questions, where we ask 6 questions, and the high score is 7. Here's your host, Jared Reddick.
Thank you, everybody. It is good to be here and very excited about tonight's game. This is 5 Questions. It's America's favorite podcast game show, as our amazing award-winning announcer said just before this. That dude just posted a thing. He was on Family Guy. It was good. He was like on an airplane doing the airplane announcements and says awesome. It's the one where he's like, I'm sorry, we have run out of beer and wine, and they fucking it was like they were gonna crash and shit.
I would.
Yeah. So Joey Bishop is here. Joey, how you doing, buddy? This is a great night for Joey. I didn't go in seniority. I was actually supposed to introduce Zaldor first for priority, or for seniority sake, not priority. You're all priority. Fuck, why am I even talking?
Priority plus Emerald members.
Joey, it's a big night for you. Are you ready to do this? You have 4 wins and 8 attempts. This could be your first plaque. And it's very hard to do that in your first 10 tries. So are you prepared? Did you watch this movie?
Oh, yeah. I've seen it a bunch of times.
All right. Okay, buddy. Well, good luck to you. Also with us, our original COVID survivor. Give it up for Jason Aylesworth, everybody. Jason, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good. I've been waiting a week to say this. How about those Browns?
Oh, man. Jesus. It's funny how when a game like that, I mean, I would have rather, I guess if the Steelers were going to lose, I guess like that is better for me than it like coming down to the wire and it just being like, man, we were the better team and we didn't win. We just weren't the better team. And also just whatever the fucking what I don't know what was happening with the ball every time we had it the first 15 minutes of that game, but there was jizz on there or something. Tom Brady was involved, I think.
Well, obviously I'm a Cowboys fan, so it's an annual tradition that after we're out, we cheer everybody else losing. So
you cheer for got it. You cheer for all the other people. Well, so historically, I am a Kansas City Chiefs fan second. That's been for a very long time. Our drum tech, who was very vocal about his footballdom, was a big Chiefs fan, and so we really found us kind of a third home after Atlanta, in Kansas City. So that's always been my second team. However, because of the Browns, and I realize that most Steelers fans wouldn't do this, but I'm going to root for the Browns because I have such great friends who are just hoping for a miracle, and fuck it, why not? And I know not a lot of people like Baker Mayfield. I happen to like the kid. I think his commercials are great. And so anyway, we'll talk a little bit of football later when Eric is a little bit more vocal, and also of course everybody, one of our worst players ever. Let's give it up for Zaldor, everybody.
Thank you. I gotta go get this soap. Hang on.
I was supposed to do applause. I'm sorry, I fucked that up. Eric is giving me the. Eric's
when I'm more vocal, when I start interrupting everybody from over here, trying to get a goddamn word in edgewise. But yes, I'll try to be more vocal.
I understand that you're.
All right, I'll just try to be more.
Okay. The thing is, Jared, is that
try to be.
Eric is a Lions fan. That's why he's not being.
Eric is
just hanging out.
Zaldor, your record is 3-16. Not really.
I'm like the Lions. I'm not really Lions.
Not a lot to gain tonight. However, it is awesome to see you, and good luck to everybody. Now, you guys know how to play this game. Obviously, you're old pros. Is everybody prepared to write your answer down this evening? I realize you're in a shower, Zaldor. Okay.
Notepad with me.
Got one of those military grade ink pens.
Waterproof.
Reminder to the chat room, please. No wagering, and do not type the answers into the chat box.
Yeah, please
do
not type the answers into the chat box. It is certainly not helpful.
Looking at you, Kate.
I can't see him anyways.
Just calling her out. She just called out the MVP. Wow. All right, guys. Well, good luck to all of you. I actually don't give a shit who wins. So I can really honestly say best of luck to both of you. All right, guys, here we go. Question number 1 will, of course, be about the movie Half-Baked. Okay, guys. What is the second best flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? That's right. What is the second best flavor of Ben & Jerry's ice cream? Is it A, Cherry Garcia, B, Half-Baked, or C, everything but the? Joey, what did you say?
I said Cherry Garcia.
All right. Jason Aylesworth?
I went with C. It is not Bluebell. I'm from Texas, and I'm loyal.
Okay. Zaldor?
And I'm going to go with Cherry Garcia as well.
That is incorrect. The second best flavor is Half-Baked. Of course, the best flavor ever, everything but the, is... so you all got that one wrong.
I never had that one.
Incorrect. You never had it? Mm-mm. Oh, it is a treat. It is a treat. All right, guys. Well,
yeah, nice try reading Jarrett's mind, everybody. Sorry you didn't get that one.
Listen, this is my show. I fucking do whatever the fuck I want. Hey, and guess what, Eric? You get to do whatever the fuck you want on your question, too. So, there you go. There you go.
I'm off on a tangent again. You're supposed to ask questions about the movie.
You're so angry already. All right, guys. Question number 2. All right. I'm sorry about that one. I actually assumed all of you would get it wrong and it'd be fair and everybody will laugh and it'll be great. All right, guys. Here we go. What is the name of the rapper who converts to Mr. Nice Guy marijuana? All right, Jason, what did you say? What was his name?
Sir Smoke a Lot.
All right, Zaldor?
Nah, I got it wrong. I've done it. I tell you what I split.
Okay, Joey, what did you say?
Sir Smokes a Lot.
Sir Smokes a Lot. That's correct, guys. That's what Jason and Zaldor both have 1. Joey with 0 still.
Jason and Joey do. Zaldor has 0.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you keep up with it, Les. Okay. All right, guys. Question number 3 will, of course, be about the movie Half-Baked. All right, guys. Here we go. In the movie Half-Baked, what does Kenny do for a living? All right, guys. Zaldor, what did you say?
He was a kindergarten teacher.
Joey?
Kindergarten teacher.
All right. And Jason?
Kindergarten.
That's right. He was a kindergarten teacher, guys. Very, very, very good, guys. Very good, guys. You really did it great. La 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 la. All right, guys. This is a tough one. Good luck to you. You would really have to have been paying attention for this one and be super knowledgeable of this movie to get this one correct, but that's what we're doing. We're weeding out the weak links, guys. Here we go.
So sorry, Zaldor.
Oh, all right, guys.
I know. I'm not betting on this one, are you?
Here we go. In the movie Half-Baked, what kind of smoker is Jon Stewart? All right, I will give you no more seconds. Joey, what did you say?
Enhancement smoker.
All right, Jason Aylesworth?
Red team go. Enhancement.
All right, Zaldor.
This podcast is so much better with weed.
Okay. He is an enhancement smoker.
I don't know if you want to give it to me or not, but I knew who he was.
Yeah, Joey and Jason got it right. I'm sorry, I cannot. I was looking for the word enhancement.
I know.
Sean,
I wrote all the other ones down except for that one.
Sean, what question is this, and what's the score?
Hey, Jarrett. This is question number 5. We have Jason and Joey in the lead with 3, and Zaldor with 1.
All right, guys. It's anybody's game. Don't forget. Don't remember. Don't forget. Don't remember. None of that shit. All right, guys. This is question number 5. And, of course, this will be about the movie Half-Baked. All right, guys. In the movie Half-Baked, what TV staple of the 1980s who played the guy from Rehab that sucked dick for coke? All right, Jason, what'd you say?
Bob Saget.
All right, Zaldor.
Full House guy. That's how we put it.
Joey, what'd you say?
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget is correct, guys.
Bob Saget.
Les, never anybody's game till it's over. And right now it is time for Eric's
One of the first songs we hear in the movie Half Baked is You Be Illin' by Hollis Queens Legends Run DMC, the group founded in 1983 by Joseph Run Simmons, Daryl DMC McDaniels, and what third member whose name was apparently not important enough to actually be part of the group's name?
Wow, that's a good question.
Run DMC, founded in 1983 by Joseph Run Simmons, Daryl DMC McDaniels, and what third member that is? Eric's off on a tangent again. Question number 6.
All right, guys. Well, that is a very difficult one. I can see Zaldor is still thinking. I'll give you a couple of more seconds. This one is definitely going to be right at the top.
I should know this song. I should know this.
Unfortunately, Les, you do have to answer first. So,
I know.
What do you got?
I know.
Want to throw something out there?
Damn it. No. Shit. Yeah, I got Rev Run, but you already said that one, so that doesn't help.
All right. Unfortunately, I'm going to time's up.
Yeah, that's right.
Say?
No idea.
He had no idea, actually. Jason Aylesworth.
I may actually know one of Eric's questions. Is it Mixmaster J?
I'll defer to Sean on this. It's Jam Master J, but it's
I mean,
Jason Jam Master J Mazel. Jam Master J I would have accepted. I don't know about Mix Master J.
I was close.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to step in and veto this because I want to give it to you, Jason, because that is super close. I expected one of you guys to say Sir Mix-a-Lot. But going back to the original bylaws of this game, there is no mercy in the giving the question right. So I'm sorry, actually, all of you guys that got that incorrect.
It's like Cobra Kai, no mercy, right?
Okay, so where does that leave us, Sean?
All right, Jason and Joey have 4. Zaldor has 1.
All right, well, this is pretty easy the way this works. Jason and Joey will flip a coin to see who is still in the game. The loser of that coin flip will be comfortable knowing that they're not a loser tonight, but they're also not a winner. All right, so I'm going to do something off the wall here. Joey, since you're going for the big, big win, I'm going to let you call it in the air. Heads or tails?
Go with heads.
Okay, he's going with heads. Abraham Lincoln spinning. It is tails. Oh, damn it. I am sorry, Joey. Tonight is not the night. Unfortunately, that is it for you. Jason Aylesworth now. You can sit there and just hope that Les Zaldor gets this question wrong. If he does, you got
a good chance of getting this, Jason. Trust me.
That's right. All right. And, of course, Zaldor.
Hoping against hope, right?
Zaldor, as always, if you don't get this right, you're not a loser, but you didn't win, did you?
I'm used to hearing that a lot of times with you.
Okay, hold on.
It's time for Sean's questions, the 7th question, and sometimes it's hard.
All right, Zaldor. Categories are Funyuns, Reese's Candy, Moobies.
Let's go with Reese's Candy.
Harlan Williams plays Kenny, who gets locked up for feeding candy to a horse, which puts him in a diabetic shock and ultimately killing him. What soundtrack from a 1990 film is playing when the cop's grieving on the corner in front of Buttercup?
Buttercup, yeah.
Butternuts.
What Zaldor is 3 and 17 now. Jason, you got this one.
That's a fucking hard question.
Yeah, I don't remember that. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm doing that thing where I sort of hear it in my head, and like I can't stop thinking.
No, I don't know. I'm 3 and 17 now.
Unfortunately, yes, that is correct. That does mean Jason Aylesworth, you are a winner. You are the winner. Sean, what was the answer?
Ghost.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. I would fucking never.
Because the horse was a ghost. You guys don't get it.
I get it. Okay.
I get it.
Good job, Jason.
What song was it? What song was it there?
I don't know what song it was, but it was
good job, Jason. Cowboys did not make the playoffs, but you fucking did. Hey, you guys are awesome.
Bitch.
Hey, Joey, next time you're going to grab that plaque. Zaldor, you just keep on keeping on, buddy, and hopefully you win the Tournament of Losers very soon.
I will.
Hey, we love you guys. Y'all take care. Come join the chat if you can, and we'll see y'all down the road, all right? Y'all be good.
Peace.
Back in the 60s, we used to smoke this shit on the street. Cops didn't say nothing. Hell, he's getting high, too. Everybody was doing it. It wasn't a thing to do because it was a thing to do, you know. It was a thing to do because it got you high. Can you dig it?
I feel you. Nah, that's why I'm doing it. I feel it. Man, you cool as shit, mister. I hate to do it, but I gotta charge you. That's $60. $60? Yeah.
Man, I remember when a dime bag cost a dime. You know what I mean? You know how much condoms used to cost back in them days?
How much?
I don't know. We never used them.
We call this kid the after-school special smoker. He spends all of his allowance on reefer. Thanks, little buddy. Now, in the next room is father, and I'm 40, but I'm still cool smokers tokened up, trying to figure out a way to bond with his son. Isn't that ironic? Don't you think?
Don't you think? You actually rewinded when that happened, but just to kind of, I think, rehear the names or whatever.
Yeah.
And that was funny the third time.
And
Don't
then
you
I
think?
heard
Oh,
the
good.
punchline of the don't you think? It's so fucking good. So Willie Nelson, by the way, was the you should have been there smoker.
And he stole that whole thing with you remember, you know how much condoms cost?
God, he's so great in it too, man. He's so good in there. You know, man, so Willie's a big deal to me. I have him tattooed on my arm or whatever, and I'm looking back on him, just seeing him laugh and shit, because he's really old now. And, you know, I don't mean to bring the room down, but. So they make $20,000 their first week. They've got to get to 100. So you'd think, all right, we'll be done with this in 5 weeks.
5 short weeks, right?
That didn't happen. So, but Scarface quitting his job is, again, one of the most iconic scenes in the history of cinema, right?
Yes,
I mean,
I agree.
There's
nobody that doesn't say that.
No.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing, right? I'll bet you a majority of the people who say that line all the time have no idea where it's from.
Dude, I bet like our
Absolutely.
kids fucking say or have friends that say that shit and just same thing, like have no idea.
Yeah. So good.
Probably been mixed into a fucking song somewhere. And
Yeah. So that dude went on to be like a dramatic actor, and he was on that show Scandal. And I mean, it's crazy how, because I thought watching this movie that was him. Like, I'm like, okay, that's that fucking guy. It's not. Like, he's totally playing it up. All right, so Brian gets fired, and he has to come out. You have to have thought this was funny, Eric, because when Jim Brewer's character gets fired and he comes out with the briefcase, he's like, I'm not gonna do what you think I'm gonna do, you know?
Yeah, no, it wasn't. There were plenty. One of the clips we just watched, when they go, well, we'll only have to come up with 10% of $1 million, which by our calculations, and he goes, is fucking impossible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he says funny things. Yeah. I didn't find his character unfunny, just funny, but really
But did you
annoying.
think this scene was really funny? Because I thought this fucking take on Jerry Maguire was really funny. And he's just like, Jan, thank you, Jan. And then they're walking out, and he's like, will you be my girlfriend? She goes, well, I'm a lesbian.
I'm gay.
Hardcore dyke.
But she seemed
dyke
like
there.
not. Yeah, like, yeah.
I didn't even
Like,
know
she's
that this
really
was from
not.
Jerry Maguire when I first saw it,
Oh,
because I
you
had never
didn't?
seen Jerry Maguire.
Right, yeah.
So I had no idea that it was a spoof off
same,
of something.
actually.
So there's so
And I
many-
still thought it was
I
hilarious.
knew people said who's coming with me, but I didn't know where it came from until
Yeah.
we saw Jerry Maguire, which that movie's
Which is funny because there's so many like early 90s references, like even the Alanis Morissette.
Mm-hmm.
Like, isn't it ironic? Don't you think? Like, you'd have to know that bit, but
But you got to remember too, like, I mean, as far as this movie came out in 97, right? Like, I didn't see this movie until 2003 or something, 2004.
Right.
So some of the references were like a little bit off.
yeah.
I mean, even fucking Bob from Puppy Pals was just the dude from Rocket Man. Do you remember that movie?
yeah, of
Like,
course.
you know,
yeah.
like,
yeah. Now, we do finally get to the MacGyver smoker, which is a Baldwin brother. And he comes out from under the car, and I go, Casey, that's a Baldwin brother. She goes, I knew it right when I saw him.
Yeah,
You know,
you just
that's
know.
You just know when you see a Baldwin. Find out that the Squirrel Master is out in 11 days. Now, that's terrifying, right? Because son of a bitch in pants. Then he goes to rehab, which is an AA meeting.
You in here for weed?
With a fucking sign that just says rehab on the thing, and he just goes, "I'm addicted to marijuana," and everybody, the guy stands up like, "What? This is some bullshit."
We had a friend in high school. He was probably 16 or 17 years old. His family was really fucking like hardcore, like military, which is funny because he is now too. But he used to smoke all of the marijuana. And he was like a good student and a nice guy. He fucking like lived his life. Obviously, as a parent, I understand not wanting your 16-year-old child to be fucking smoking a bunch of pot. But like, they sent him to like full blown like 90-day like fucking rehab.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And when he got out, he was like even more fucked up because he was getting ridiculed so much from these people telling these horrible fucking heroin
and probably
stories.
like people passing him fucking shit, and I mean, like,
he did so many more drugs when he got out of that fucking
that's
rehab.
what I was gonna say. Yeah.
It was outrageous. Like,
Yeah.
and his parent. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
this shit sounds fun.
Do not put your kids in rehab for marijuana.
Oh my god! All he did was learn about like. It's not like he like came out fucking like shooting up. He literally was just like acid and mushrooms and all that shit that just sounded like a blast. Like he was.
Yeah, he
on
learned.
it.
He learned what he should do,
And he knew where to get it. He met 100 people to fucking get that shit from. Like,
Yeah, wow.
I have close friends and family members that have really serious drug problems, and I don't not support rehabs. I think they work for some people, but I think for some people, it's just really it's just a fucking community of more people to get drugs from.
Yeah,
True story.
I'm doing a rewatch of Breaking Bad.
Oh, yes, I did that last year.
It's
wait a minute.
Or sorry, Jarrett. Breaking Bad.
Okay.
Breaking Bad.
No.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad.
Well, that's what I said, and then
No,
you like started to
you
sit
said
up like
Breaking Bad.
Yeah,
It's
you watch
Breaking Bad.
Yeah, you watch Breaking Bad.
Do we need to have this conversation again? What's the most important part of the phrase? The breaking part. Bad's just bad, but it's breaking.
It was
No, but
really
breaking.
It was
bad.
really, really bad.
They're doing it in a bad way.
Bad. It's bad. You're bad, Jerry.
But that's one of the little subplots is he goes to rehab so he can find new people to buy.
Yeah, it's
his
real. That's
crystal
real.
meth, right?
That's a
Yeah,
thing.
spoiler alert.
So now the thing. about it is-
Sorry, if you haven't seen fucking Breaking Bad yet, then,
if you do not know,
I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Honestly, though, like one of the things that
You just think it's a fucking like Malcolm in the Middle reboot, and you're like all excited. It's all methy.
So when I was a kid, Eddie Murphy was on Saturday Night Live. He was doing like Gumby and shit, but then he would go out and be the dirtiest comedian of all time, right? At the time, and got it. Now, Bob Saget was on the most wholesome of all shows. The most wholesome of all shows, right? Then he told the worst jokes on Funniest Videos that anyone could ever imagine.
The fucking like.
So people would go see this guy perform live, and he is sincerely the dirtiest fucking comedian that's ever lived.
Not
Still
even
have
like
not listened to
he's
his
not even
stand-up.
like tactful dirty. It's just like and then sucking a dick. Like it's not even like it's It's just
it's not even funny.
It's
funny.
It's not clever.
It's funny.
It's not clever.
It's not like that one's a thinker and it's dirty. It's like I'm just gonna fucking talk about fisting an asshole right now. Like it's like literally like I don't think that's
Wait, was
just a
he
weird
like
example.
that before Full House, or did he do this?
he's a stand-up comedian.
That was all. He was always a comedian. He got that gig.
I was just wondering if he did that more so after he was Danny Tanner, just for that like real opposites.
No, I think it was going on at the same time.
It's for the payday.
But it was funny because after he would show up in movies like this or what's the one with the Dumb and Dumber. And there's shit everywhere, and like every movie he's in, he's a fucking character where he's just cursing.
Yeah,
and
well,
yelling.
this one's great just because I suck dick for coke. You ever suck dick for marijuana? And everybody starts booing him.
I think I'd remember that.
And they were the worst extras ever.
Yes, 100%. Yeah, that was a rough room, wasn't it?
Ugh.
Yeah. So they killed Killer, and I love that he's a tree now. By the way, I like that.
What is his burial?
His burial was so good. You need a pee, babe?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Okay, never mind. She doesn't want us to wait.
What, Jarrett? What were you? What?
Oh, here's what I was saying. Sean, clip.
Well. If it isn't Mr. Nice Guy. Welcome to my lair. Well, now, Tell me a little bit about yourself. Well, I be from Jamaica, man. Not a mercy. What part of Jamaica? Right near the beach. Boy, I think you're bullshitting me. Samson Simpson, I stick by my story. I'm from Jamaica. If I wasn't Jamaican, then why would I wear this hat? Delilah, get me 814.
814.
What the fuck is 814?
I'm sorry, y'all. I don't want to be the first nigga to die from a crossbow.
That's another something that I say all the time. Lord have mercy.
So good. So good.
But it was. So I was reading, doing some research on this, and apparently the guy who plays Samson got so fed up with this film that he just wanted to quit, and they finally convinced him to do one day of shooting. And so there was this whole thing about how Jim Brewer had left for the day, and so he really went and got high, and then they called him back so that they could finish off scenes with this dude.
Oh.
And I'm thinking, what kind of person just wants to quit a movie, has the ability and the resources and the reputation to just say, fuck this shit, I'm not doing this movie.
Yeah.
Right? Tom Cruise can do that. Tom Cruise can go in there and just be like, no, I'm not, this motherfucker was in the Mod Squad in 1961, hadn't done shit for 50 years, gets on this thing and then wants to pull some fucking attitude like he's gonna quit this movie because it's a piece of shit.
That's the way it goes, though. I mean, that's like that with with bands that were something at one point. You hear all the horror stories of fucking Foghat coming in and being like, oh no, this is not this stage will never do. We must do this and blah blah blah. It's like, just fucking get in there and play the show. Get in there and do the scene like you're supposed to.
Yeah, play Free Ride or whatever it is, Foghat.
Yeah, fucking Foghat.
Is that what they say?
There's 7 bands called Foghat now. You have Clint Burrison, Foghat, Free Ride.
Was it Free Ride? Was I right? Is that Foghat?
Slow Ride?
Slow Ride. Take it easy.
Or as my
Easy.
generation
Yeah.
knows it, the first level of Guitar Hero.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Or as the generation before that,
Bam, bam,
the
bam.
party song in Days and Confused.
But bam, bam, bam.
We had Guitar Hero,
Green, red.
but we also had Band Hero.
Oh, Rock Band.
Oh, yeah.
Rock
Yeah,
Band.
Rock Band.
Yeah.
I never got to play
Rock Band was great.
Man,
so
it was
we had that
awesome.
on the Wii, and that was fun because you could have somebody playing the drums and shit. That's pretty good.
Jesus Christ. Yes, sorry I said Free Ride instead of Slow Ride, you fucking cocksuckers. Jesus Christ.
Wait, are you reading the fucking comments again,
Yes.
dude?
Yeah, it's right there. It's next
Stop
to the
it.
it's next to the
You
all of you beautiful
If
people.
Kim Kardashian has taught us anything, don't read the comments, Eric.
Yeah.
Just live your life.
Banana.
I like being angry, so this is fine.
Have you seen that thing? It's that meme.
Yeah,
It's a-
banana.
It's a banana and then an old lady. And so it's like banana nana.
Oh, that's funny.
Banana nana.
Banana nana.
Okay, now I'm not gonna not hear
I don't get it.
Banana Nana.
Yeah. And I don't want you, and I don't need you.
Banana.
I won't eat you.
All right. So I think all of this is just, it's funny how a movie like this, you kind of watch it and you're just like, that he just can't believe he's being able to make this movie, because it's just like, what the fuck is going on? So they're like, first of all, they rob the lab, and there's dudes at the front watching the security cameras. Just go, isn't that the custodian? Yeah. Okay. You want me to call the cops? No, this is too much fun. And just those two running through the fucking, all the things. So there is this
halls,
the things. I'm sorry.
What?
What? In the butt. What? In the butt.
What in the
I said, are you gonna do it in the butt? What the butt?
Okay.
So they decide they're gonna fucking help him get Samson, and it never turns out right. You know, when you turn on the fucking ones you love. You know what I'm talking about, Eric?
Well, they weren't in love. I don't know.
Sorry,
Maybe you didn't catch that part. It was just
attention.
a rival.
I did have a nap.
During your watching of this?
Yeah, 100%.
Or just between watching it and now? I guess it doesn't matter either way. But
obviously,
they weren't in love.
Didn't have a nap, obviously.
I took a nap today.
Did you?
It's been a week since I had a cigarette, Jared.
It's been 1 week since I had a cig. Need
so
to drink
good.
and I'm an asshole. I'm sorry.
I'm never not
Eric
going
is
to appreciate
laughing
when
chicken. He's doing a podcast. It's the finest of the flavors.
I'm proud of you for trying to quit smoking.
Can I feel you if they're feeling bad?
I read the comments. I'm going to go smoke as soon as we're done.
Hang out and smoke with me.
We did buy a smoker's pole.
He had sex with my mama.
Okay, I didn't remember that was Dave Chappelle playing that character, and I didn't recognize it in the first little, vignette that they show.
I want to talk
of the
to
music
Samson.
video.
Oh, it's so good. Fire moon
Yeah.
like that bitch Alice Crampton.
All the prank calls.
That's so good. So good.
Oh, were you part of the Jerky Boys generation? Is that
100%? I was. That's
What
like
is
way
that?
before their time.
What's that?
Yeah, we were listening to that shit when Casey was like 4. Jerky Boys. They're prank calls, but they'd put them out as albums
I was
and
listening
shit.
to Shania Twain and the Barbie dressing up tape.
I'm sure I've heard something.
You
like
have to.
that
Me
then.
and Dennis talk about it all the
'Cause
time
we
or
used
whatever.
to
Like,
love doing prank calls.
so
You
it's all
bastards.
it's all the like. I want to. Fucking. It's ridiculous.
Like
I'm not gonna.
precursors to crank yankers.
Yes.
Okay,
it's dirty.
Guys, can we please get to the bottom of this prank call versus crank call?
Sure.
Oh.
What is there? a
What
difference?
the fuck
I
is
just
a
said-
crank call?
I just said prank.
It's prank.
call.
It's
prank.
It's prank.
I've heard crank
there are
calls.
people who call it crank calls, and there's a reason that show's called Crank Yankers.
Yeah.
That's
but
right.
those people are wrong.
They're
Agreed.
so wrong.
It's
Agreed.
a prank call.
Yeah.
I agree.
Wow, look at
Okay.
this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, what do you do?
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
Sean,
shit.
prank
I
call or crank call? You could really.
You could really.
I've always called it prank.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh
play
my gosh.
Pantera.
Wow,
This
we
has
did
never
it.
happened.
Play Pantera.
Do you call into work or do you call out to work? That's how I feel about stabbing somebody in the leg with my EpiPen on an airplane. I'm fucking ready. Yeah.
No, that's
Cool.
true.
Cool.
If you
I always
really
go,
think
yes.
about it.
Oh, for the ones that get.
Okay,
peanuts
what's
when
the
they're
thing
not
that?
supposed to.
What's the thing that we're talking about? Sorry.
Crank v prank?
No. I got
Oh.
that prank.
I said call into work or call out to work
Call
if you're sick.
call into work.
Call
Yeah, you
into
call
work.
You call in sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard call in. I use call in. I've heard call off. Which
Okay,
I
here's a thing. This is a big one
kind
because
of.
this is very, very geographical. Do you stand in line or online?
In line.
I stand in line.
In line.
I say in line. But
Monster.
you're always online in
On the World Wide Web.
on. Okay, well, true, but in New York, you'd be like,
It's
I
online,
I
yeah.
was online at the bank.
So
You know,
you're on
my
your
friend from-
phone.
I would think
Long
that you
Island.
were literally on your computer.
Yeah, me too.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's a whole thing.
If anybody knows how to talk good,
If you're
people
standing
from here.
if you're standing online, then you're standing on someone's shoulders who is standing in line.
Yeah, you can be standing on the line that way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
Hold the line.
Unless you're doing
Love
like
isn't always on
a
time.
field sobriety test.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Those are harder than they look.
Step pump pump.
Yeah.
To the line.
We're in two different worlds.
It's not in the way you make me care. Ooh.
So, has anybody ever been like in the midst of like a drug deal ever before? Like around one while it's happening?
Yes.
Yeah, you have?
For sure.
Okay. Do you have a story about it or do you don't want to talk about it?
No, I don't have a.
It sounds fucking terrifying to me. I've never bought drugs.
Like I'm talking like you're talking like the dude on the bike showing up type of deal, or like anything.
Yeah.
Honestly, I have never bought drugs before.
Well, I'm either. I'm a girl, but I've been around people that have.
Girls buy drugs.
Well, I was pretty cute in high school. I didn't.
Oh yeah, I'm famous, so I never had to.
I never bought drugs, but I witnessed it every day when I was in Costa Rica on a study abroad thing. They would come by on horses every day at 4:00 on the beach and just sell people weed all the way down. But it wasn't like a drug deal. Everybody just knew that they were going to be there. You just went out on your beach, waited for the guy on the horse.
Full disclosure, I actually accidentally did some drug dealing and didn't know it whenever I was like 11 years old. And my brother would go, hey, I need you to take this CD down to so-and-so's house.
Oh,
and he has one for me. Can you bring it back?
You were the runner.
And my CD would have the money, and the other CD
You're
would have...
a mule.
I was a fucking drug mule.
You were a mule.
I told my mom that story recently, and she laughed. Like, oh,
have you ever
cute how your brother used to say
balloon?
No, there were no balloons, but I would totally be like, just like little spazzy ADD kid, like, sure, I'll run down to so-and-so's house. And
when I was 15, I went to a very questionable driver's ed school in Louisville, Texas. And they just kind of got whatever cars they could find on the side of the road that would run enough for a 15-year-old to learn on.
They were all burgundy. Why was that?
Yeah, I got into an F-150 burgundy 1987. I don't know. And this guy, I mean, I think he was half asleep. Now I know he was probably very high. And it was my highway driving time. So we get northbound on 35 and he says, just go. I'll tell you when to exit. We exit, go to this really, really creepy rundown trailer park. And he's looking at paper and he goes, yeah, that one. Go to that one.
Oh.
And so we go to that one.
Shit.
And he goes, just sit tight, switch, because it was me and another guy. Okay, you're going to drive back, so switch, I'll be right back. He gets in the truck with a brown paper bag and shoves it under the seat, and we go back on our way.
They were probably just like the best tamales you've ever had in your life.
What a fucking great cover, though.
I'm from Louisville.
So. Yes,
that is brilliant. I'm sitting here going...
Great cover, just because you have, like,
shitty
student driver on the thing. And
nobody's going to say anything.
Yeah, and it is, obviously...
Because I want my driving time.
Yeah, some person is looking at you and you, okay, that is a young person driving or whatever. Oh, that's fucking brilliant.
Even if you got pulled over, you would have had all the paperwork that said that you're just a student driver.
I want to talk to Samson. Like, we gotta fucking. We could fucking.
I'm gonna get a job at a Sears driving school.
Y'all
now.
know how much money is Sears still in business? I think they're done. I think that's it.
People still need washing machines.
What?
No, not there. That place isn't a thing anymore. I think Sears is bankrupt.
There's no more Searses.
I think they're just not like.
There's no more Sears.
Yeah, because
Sean's shaking his head. I have a feeling he would know.
Wait, isn't that the thing where Gary Price sent us a thing and it was a link, and if you type in medicine ball on Sears.com.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And it just got taken off. Some disgruntled employee put this like fucking mechanism that grabs your testicles and pulls them down.
How much is it?
Like, I don't know, like $40. I'm sure it's.
I think it was $29.99 to be fair.
I don't know.
That's with tax and shit.
I can get Jarrett to pull on my balls for free.
And you do.
True that. 100%. I'll pull on those motherfuckers. All right, Sean, next clip.
Do you know where we can score some cocaine?
You want some candy?
No thanks. But it'd be great if we can get some cocaine.
It's some Colombian heaven.
Pure cocaine.
Candy makes you dandy.
This is all the cocaine we get for 10 G's, B?
Oh, well, we have other products.
Oh, like more cocaine. And that is?
Fine China, the blue.
Looks like heroin to me, yo.
Yeah, is that heroin? You've got to be the dumbest dealers in the history of the dope game.
Oh, you mean the game that you run, yo?
Just call me Jesse Owens.
Hey, Jesse, can we get some cocaine and get the hell out of here?
Okay.
Can I buy some of your heroin, too?
Okay.
All right. It's been a pleasure doing business with you. Thank you very much for the heroin and the cocaine. Here's your money. All right.
Abracadabra.
Yeah, man.
Abracadabra.
I think I would be pretty good at wearing a wire. I think I could do it. I just think that I'd be good at just forgetting it was there. You know what I mean? And I just think I could do it. You know, I think I could also get away with murder. And there's a chance I could be a good chef if I liked onions.
I always think that I could be a good chef if I wasn't allergic to shellfish. Like I feel like that would.
You don't have to like onions to be a good chef, do you?
My progress in culinary school.
Yeah, that would fucking.
I don't know. You don't have to cook shellfish.
Yeah. Anyway,
Amy's right. Y'all are just coming up with every reason not to follow your dreams. But if you want to be in the culinary arts,
there's kill some motherfuckers.
Shrimp. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go eat some fucking shrimp.
So this,
I just like that Samson's hair.
I'm tired of y'all's excuses. Go kill somebody.
Little girl, like you guys were, or Jarrett in high school, and you go and you go underwater and you flip your hair over and you sit up and flip it back and you go like I look like George Washington. Like
oh my gosh!
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
That's what his hair looks like.
I can't wait to do that this summer.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that too.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's so great. I love it when girls do that. I also have a sexual fetish towards George Washington, so that may have some
goddamn
to do with
cherry
it.
tree. Speaking of cherry tree,
and his
oh man,
and his vice president John Adams,
Quincy Adams.
Yeah, way to
that's his son.
See, we retain this shit.
Yeah.
It really is an educational experience.
Fight scene is fucking great. It's funny. And then obviously there's the Jerry Garcia thing with a not so lookalike, which was really funny. And you know, I mean, this movie just ends abruptly. It's just like, hey, let's get this over with. You know, I feel like.
Well, it's good. They got all the way to the
rising action.
They had the rising action. They had the climax of the movie. No need for a denouement. Just
love it.
Cut that shit off. Everybody saw the part they wanted to see.
All right, so
and that's
let's do the last clip here.
I could have gone my whole life and not known that wasn't Jerry Garcia.
Mary Jane, being with you these past 11 years has been wonderful. But I gotta move on.
Come on, smoke me. We'll have a quickie for old time's sake.
She's looking. She's looking. All right, real quick. No. No, it wouldn't be right. God damn you!
You'll be back! Everything work out okay?
Yeah. Mary Jane, I love you.
I love you too.
I know. I know what you're thinking. That old Thurgood sold out, right?
I'm your girl now.
But let me tell you something. I love weed, okay? I love it. But not as much as I love pussy.
Yeah.
The end.
Could be the greatest ending to a movie ever.
Mm-hmm.
It might be. Could be the greatest ending to a movie ever. Seriously. Might be.
No. It's one of the worst.
You think?
Which is fine.
Because he gave up the thing he loved for a woman, or like
you loved this movie all along, but you hate the ending?
It just was. I thought it should end with her taking that joint and just sparking it up.
100%.
I thought that too. I feel like it should have been like one of those 100%. Those things that's not necessarily right, like the end of Grease. Like, yeah. You know what?
Totally agree.
Going to college, she should just become a shitbag and slum it with you.
Yeah.
Like, same thing.
Yep, I totally agree. And in fact, I didn't remember the end of this movie, but I thought for some reason it has to end with like them smoking out together or whatever, you know?
Yep.
That's not the way they went with it, though.
I just feel like the movie was silly, you know, and it could have ended silly too. They tried to make it
did end
fucking
silly.
serious for 2 minutes. They tried to make it, I'm gonna Quit doing the smoking the pot.
Right.
Stupid.
Does it bother you that you don't
Otherwise,
know what happened to the other dudes?
No.
No?
Oh, I didn't even think about it.
Yeah. Never crossed my mind.
Did you not see Half Baked 2?
Isn't that just called Baked?
Full baked.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
No, I'm with it. I'm for that joke. That's a good one.
He's for it.
Thank you, buddy.
I'm for it.
I appreciate
Well,
that.
really
Well,
two
you know
picks.
what? All in all, a great movie, and good pick, by the way.
Also, who could have known when this fucking movie came out, like, just how insanely, not even just talented, but just so fucking, like, I don't know, iconic that Dave Chappelle would be.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just crazy that this is where it
Absolutely.
came from. And I think it's funny that you look back and it still seems like him. Like, he really did kind of stick with...
It does,
He
but
did.
he looks so different.
It's fun. But the thing is though, as I said earlier, you see like the makings of Chappelle Show here with him doing the characters, and again,
Totally.
hang out and smoke with me. Like everything that you say from this
that's
movie.
pretty much fuck your couch. Like, it's, you know?
Yeah, it's the whole thing, you know. I mean, brilliant guy, brilliant writing partner, by the way, too. He wrote this, and he's had the same writing partner forever and ever and ever, who was on I think on an AT&T commercial right now or some shit.
Lily?
Which they do not support us, so I don't give a fuck.
Also, if you haven't seen Dave Chappelle's
off.
like giant message out there to not fucking stream his shit unless he's getting paid for it, go watch it. It's
I
fucking,
love everything.
it's important,
that he
it's
does.
interesting, and his whole deal is that if you support him, that you don't fucking stream Chappelle Show on Netflix or anywhere until he fucking gets paid for it. I think it's important.
Yeah, pretty cool. Okay, Sean, let's go to the mailbag. Oh, wait, hold on. I didn't get everybody's thoughts on the goddamn movie. Casey.
Good movie.
Amy.
Loved it.
Okay, expand. One of you guys has
No,
to
this would
expand.
be like in quotes at the bottom of the movie poster. Like,
Okay, all right.
No, I really did enjoy it, and I was excited to see it again because I hadn't watched it in a while. Because I watched this over and over again in high school. I loved it. I love anything that Dave Chappelle does, really.
Same.
yeah, I mean, this movie is like literally like intro to trying to be a stoner in high school, and you watch it, but you don't really have the funds or the time, and your parents would get mad if you're really
Right.
committed to wanting to be these people.
Yeah.
But you wanted it so bad,
Yeah.
and I don't know, it's fucking nostalgia to me.
Eric, obviously you love this one.
I didn't expect to. Like I said, I thought I was about to watch another stupid piece of shit, which is fine because it doesn't matter if the movies are good or bad. I always have a good time talking about it with you guys, and it's fun. So the source material doesn't have to be great, but I was pleasantly surprised. I laughed out loud. Kelsey was not paying attention to the movie, so I didn't have someone else to laugh with. But I laughed out loud. I snickered. I chuckled. Like the full gamut of, finding things funny.
What is she doing while you're watching these movies if she's there not paying attention?
She was working.
What a loser.
On what?
School paperwork, I assume. She's also in graduate school, so it may have been homework. I don't know. Man, fuck you. You asked a question. Don't turn around and do that bullshit.
Don't turn around. Uh-oh. Sean, what'd you think, buddy?
I thought it was pretty good.
Now, you thought it was a pretty good movie?
Yeah.
And was it better than you expected? I mean, I know you watched this back in high school.
Yeah, me and my current wife, Amanda, we were watching
Now, what did Amanda think about it?
I can't anymore.
He can't do
sound
it.
like Kermit.
He can't fucking do it. All right.
Amanda's cool. She likes this movie. There's no way she doesn't, right?
She has to.
Well, hold on.
For sure.
Okay, hold on. Wait, Sean.
Obviously, I did see it in high school. Thought it was hilarious. Nothing like it, other than like, I thought to me Friday was like the closest movie,
Sure.
like to this. But then we rewatched it the other night, and I was like, wow, the movie seems so short. And she goes, yeah, I forgot how much it sucks. I was like,
Oh,
wait,
no.
I was like, wait, you didn't
What?
like it? And we both agreed, like, we liked it in the 90s. And now watching it older, we're like, it's kind of stupid, except for the action.
Uh-oh.
Wait, you just go, it's kind of stupid, except, and then...
I heard the full axe murder.
Oh, he's just frozen.
Sean, you're just frozen now.
And he's showing us the size of his penis. Oh,
There he goes.
Oh, no. Are you back?
Okay, you guys were cutting out.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, we were cutting out.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that the four of us in two different locations were the ones cutting out.
I don't know what happened, but you guys were cutting out.
Start again. Where was he? Where did he leave off? I forgot.
He said that the axe murderers.
Okay.
I've already told my whole story.
I know. Nobody heard any of it.
They will later next week.
Okay. No,
I'm not sure.
None
That's
of
true.
that is on the audio, dude. None of it. We didn't hear you.
What was the last thing I said?
Amanda watched it in high school? Oh, shit.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
she said,
He said-
she didn't realize how stupid it was.
Yeah.
Basically, we watched it back in the day. We loved it. But now rewatching as we're older, we're like, it kind of sucks.
Except for, you said there was one part.
Except for the Jamaican part. That's why I made it a clip.
Oh, got it. I
Jamaican
get
part
that.
has nothing to do with axe murder.
I want to be honest. I can't believe we missed that. That was a fucking great one, Sean.
Did you say something about axe murderer?
That's what it sounded like that you said. Except for the axe murderer.
All right. Let's check the mailbox. Have you pre-screened these, by the way, Eric?
I did. Trust me, they're all good.
All right. Let's go to the mailbox, please.
Let's check the email box. Email us at jaredgoes-to-the-movies@gmail.com.
Greetings from Boca Raton. What do you call a cheap circumcision? A ripoff?
Oh.
I wanted to let you know.
Oh, man.
Oh, that's so good.
Holy shit. It fucking hurts a smidge, though. Like, that's one of those ones where you just... Ow.
I wanted to let you know that I really like the new dueling trivia portion of the show. So I came up with a trivia question that I thought might stump even Amy and Eric. Yeah, anything would. We only do trivia about the movies we just watched. Anyway, name an actor who has done a movie that takes place in every decade of the 20th century. I'll let you guys simmer on this and I'll report back with the answer next week. Boca Ray. I like it.
Dueling trivia.
Okay, we'll see. You guys got to do some work, some thinking on it. Won't you just Google it, or?
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh, no.
Well, how the fuck are you supposed to know?
No. Yes.
Like, I can tell you right now who it is if you just give me 10 seconds.
Yeah, it's the craziest thing about when I was, I think I was like 41 when Casey and I got together, 40 or 41. And it was so fucking nuts because I would just wonder about something, which I say all the time, like kids don't sit and wonder, but I would wonder. I'd be like, man, I wonder what, like how many chicks is the Counting Crows dude dated from Friends? And she'd go, 2 actually, and he dated Jennifer Aniston for this long and Courtney Cox for this long, you know, and it was just instant in my life, and I was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because I didn't know how to use technology that way.
Yeah, I'm a Hey Siri that fucking understands what you said.
Yeah.
And everyone knows I'm really fast at looking shit up.
She's the best. That's who everybody just
Well,
looks
that's the
to.
reason I liked you, is because you were so fast, actually.
I actually do know that about you. Yeah. Thanks for the sushi, Jarrett.
Hey!
Wow.
You like fish, huh? Get it on.
Anyway.
Really glad you brought your nephew to our first date.
Wow. All right, text messages. Do we have a song for that?
Let's check the text messages. Text messages at 704-812.
451-6029.
Dear Amy Goes to the Movies, featuring that one guy with the hair from that one band with that one song. Very sorry to hear that COVID has struck co-host Casey. Hopefully her husband, what's his name, can fill in for her on the show as your co-host if she needs some time to recover. I'm sure he'll do his best, but the show just won't be the same. We will all just have to struggle through this together in these unprecedented times. Remember, everyone, wash your hands, wear a mask, wear a helmet, wear a condom, buckle up, don't drive angry, don't do drugs except the ones we tell you to do. And if all else fails, your seat cushion can be used as something to cuddle while you kiss your ass goodbye. In all seriousness, I'm really sorry to hear Casey has been fighting off COVID. This disease sucks, and I would not wish it on anyone. Rest up, feel better. We all hope for a speedy recovery and that the family stays safe. Love to all. Jason Aylesworth, the OG COVID survivor.
He is the OG.
He really is. And I told him, actually, what's funny is during 5 questions, everybody's already heard it.
I learned everything I know from him.
And he was just like, yeah, it's lost its luster. You know, it's not as sparkly anymore.
Oh, don't make my COVID less interesting than his COVID.
No, what I'm saying is your COVID takes over. You're a fucking...
No, this is like the... Kevin Hart came out and did that special, and he got COVID the same week Tom Hanks did, and he was like, well, I'm not even fucking announcing that shit. Yes.
Oh, I didn't even see that shit.
Guys.
Yes, Sean? In the back.
Yeah, Sean.
Amy, can you point out what's been on the screen?
Oh, that nobody else has noticed?
Since the show has started?
In the last 3 hours, 15 minutes, and 56 seconds. It is
Please
Amy
point.
Goes
Holy
to the Movie at the top right corner of your screens.
Oh.
Oh my God. Unbelievable. I love it.
That's so
I
good.
love it.
All right. Well, we have one more.
Okay, go ahead.
But congratulations, survivors. We're very happy
Hey,
that
Jason
you
Ellsworth,
made
the
it.
OG COVID survivor and great supporter of the show. We love you, buddy. Thanks for texting in.
I'm a survivor. I had that COVID. I heard many concerning things being discussed recently. Talk about coups, insurrection, overthrows, traitors, etc. It is getting hard to distinguish the lies from the truth and the villains from the good guys. We need to come together and not let those among us with suspect motivations tear us apart and further divide us. As much as I love the entire cast, the podcast is named Jarrett Goes to the Movies and should forever stay that way. Jarrett is fucking famous as shit. Amy, Eric, Sean, and Casey are all extremely smart, funny, and invaluable contributors to the podcast, but none of them are nearly as famous as Jarrett. How many Grammy nominations do they have? How many sold-out shows do they perform each year? How many of them have co-starred in a movie with Britney fucking Spears? Are any of them the number 26,367th most popular person ever? Source, thefamousbirthdays.com. So can we please give Jarrett the respect, admiration, and blind fanaticism that he so rightly deserves? Thank you, John Gickler.
I'm going to be honest. I
Fuck you, John. Fuck you, Jarrett.
I'm not joking. I think 26,000th most famous person, like, that's pretty fucking
That's cool.
good.
What was the website again?
Thefamousbirthdays.com. But now, based on that email, top right corner.
Oh. I don't know. Did you Google my birth?
Yeah, we didn't, you know.
I'm on Wikipedia as
Good
Jarrett
job, John.
Reddick's wife.
Yeah, good
I
job,
want to know
John.
who's one above you and one below you.
Right?
So
I
I will
know.
research that for next week.
I used to play a fun game where if you Google Jarrett in different areas, the most searched things are different based on the area that you're in.
It's mostly Jarrett Reddick weight gain. That's pretty much the main.
No, it's like if you go to like a certain city, like especially when we first started dating, like it would be like Jarrett Reddick guitar, Jarrett Reddick hair, Jarrett Reddick bowling for soup or dryness, right? And then if you were like hanging out in suburbia, right in the middle of his neighborhood, it was Jarrett Reddick divorced, Jarrett Reddick net worth, Jarrett Reddick married.
Oh,
because of all the thirsty blonde bitches.
Jarrett Reddick wife is number one in my
Mine
search.
now is because the other day I looked this up just because I thought it'd be funny because you put the thing about you having naked pictures, and I thought it'd be funny if people were like looked up if you had naked pictures.
Oh, that would be funny.
And it was Jarrett Reddick wife, Jarrett Reddick guitar, Jarrett Reddick first wife.
Oh, interesting. Man,
that's on here. What
bunch of
Jarrett
scavengers
Reddick
out here?
Huh?
What is Jarrett Reddick Sonic? What is that in reference to?
I did the theme song to Sonic.
Okay, what about Endless Possibility?
That's it. That's the song that I did.
Okay. How tall are you?
5'9".
Jarrett Reddick 2020. I guess that's your eyesight. Chuck E. Cheese. Jarrett Reddick guitar. So that's all I get.
No weight gain on there? That's fucking
I've
crazy.
never seen that.
Oh my God.
And it's good thing too.
Why?
Because I don't want to click on it and start logging into all these things and telling people to fuck right the fuck off.
Oh yeah, I mean, I got
in trouble last time.
I get it. It's a thing, and I did get fat and all that. But look,
on the bright side, the internet says that you're worth like $14 billion. So
right,
that makes all of our neighbors comfortable.
I wish that were true. Guys, man, I can't thank you guys enough for listening to this podcast.
You're welcome, dude.
It means the world to me and my wife. We get to watch a movie each week together. It's so amazing that we found Eric hosting a little trivia over at our bar, and Sean 316, who came in and just rescued the whole thing, and then of course Amy, who is the icing on the cake. And we appreciate you guys so very much for listening to us. You can connect with this podcast on JarrettGoesToTheMovies.com. Facebook is Jarrett Goes to the Movies Facebook fan page. We also have it, Jarrett Goes to the Movies. YouTube is just Jarrett Goes to the Movies. Please subscribe and turn on notifications and leave a review or something. Twitch is new, so if you're on Twitch, please spread the word, subscribe, turn on notifications. Instagram, Jarrett Movies. Twitter, Jarrett Movies. Patreon is how you support the show. Patreon.com/Jarrett Goes to the Movies. You can email us at JarrettGoesToTheMovies@gmail.com. You can text us or leave us a message at 714-451-6029. I want to take this time to thank our new Twitch followers. Matt for Debs, Ed98, Pike Fisher, Mr. Labradork, Two Plums Lord, Val, Kelsey M. Stoker,
We know her.
Okay. C Porky 92, Butt Banger Ass 69, Joey or Sick, Jerks Production, Sunshine Face, Turco 3109, Mark 27049, Mr. S Bentos, Condort Tsunami, that Devin guy, Sucky my balls, JR Joe, Aisha 182, Lamb Stock, Daniel Cotton from Twitter, Benjamin Harsham, Pixel Viking Games, which is Jude Peterson, The Fat Dad 76, Scuba Vinny 89, Zap It Good, Citrix Slave, Hello Amy Joy.
This is painful.
And Butters 2113. Thank you guys so very much for the.
We all appreciate it. I don't think you should have to read those.
No, it hurts.
I feel like they're all those funny names that Sean puts into
that. and maybe we're not in on the joke.
And there's no way of knowing.
No, those are all screen names.
Thanks for sharing, David Kendrick, Woody Chambers, Erica Ciofani.
Ciofani? Is that a joke one or not?
Ciofani. Erica Ciofani. Gary Machete. Francis Carmel Houlet. James Odegaard. Vincent Francis Cataldo, Anita Titsoff, Barry Ferguson, Chris Pulse, Tim Trapton from Maine, Tim Burr, Simon Rogers, Zaldor, Gay Bar, Amy Pittsinger, Fiona Freeman, Greg Stevens, Lee. This one is so good. Hyphenated, as it should be. Lee Key Fawcett. John
Daner.
John Daner. Joey Bishop. Helen Back. Jeff Millman, Josh Millman, and Cole Ostomy. Guys, what a fun show it's been. Half Baked. Definitely a treat for all of us. This has been great. We'll see you guys next week. What are we watching next week?
Taken.
Airplane on Monday.
Are we doing Airplane?
And Taken.
Airplane and Taken coming up. So should be fun. Thank you guys very much for listening, for watching. We'll see you down the road.